You're strong, great. You can carry yourself, you can move yourself, awesome. But can you carry and move others? Fully decked out with gear, you got that bonus and you spent it on a bunch of survival gear. You're stocked up with food for a very long time. You finally were able to afford that 25-year shelf-stable Diddy oil. But say you and your homie are in the bunker having that half-naked build up slip and slide party. Someone found your bunker. They break in. You're lubed up, your buddy's shot. You need to be able to move him. Can you do it? That's why we're here today. Casualty movements. Being able to move with yourself in your own gear is already important, but you need to be able to move with you, your gear, your buddy, and his gear as well, or a family member, whatever it be. You need to be able to practice. If you're planning to never get shot or injured, or your buddies or family never getting hurt, then you're not preparing enough. You need to be able to move those you care about when they can't move themselves. This is why we train. This is why we prepare. This is why we prepare. Here are 3 lifts that I perform to get better at moving casualties. So the first one is drags. Drags. If you can't lift the body, you need to drag it. I'll perform this with 200 pounds, or my body weight, plus another 50. The 50 is to represent the gear and other shit. If you can do this for 100 feet, you're golden. Obviously, we can't start there, or if you can't, train lighter. Usually 50% body weight, start there. If you can't do that yet, work with weighted lunges, stuff like that. Work your way up. One way I like to make this interesting is to add it into a circuit workout. Do a bunch of other lifts, movements, and then I will train this one, repeat all that a few times, see how fast I can do it over time. Next is yoke carry. Obviously, the carryover is carrying a body over your shoulders. Still though, not many people train it. A lot of people like to just do deadlifts and call it a day. You can be strong, but you might not have the right strength. I'm not saying to stop doing your deadlifts and your other heavy movements, but occasionally add some of these to see how you are progressing and see if you can actually carry the weight you're training to carry. I usually aim for 200% my body weight on my shoulders, and I try to go for 50 feet out, 50 feet back, because I have a squat rack and I have to use barbell and not an actual yoke carry system. If you are new to this, start with 50% body weight. If you can't hit 50% body weight on this, work on your more traditional movements first, like deadlifts, squats, build up to that. Next, one of my favorite exercises, but I can't do it because my sandbag is currently frozen to the ground outside of my home gym, is sandbag training. So, casualty movement, sandbag's dead weight. It's probably as close to the real thing as you're going to get without another training partner. Has to be heavy though. If you're training to lift the body, you need to train with the same weight as a body. So I don't usually go under 150 pounds, but if you're only training to lift 150 pound bags, you're only going to be able to lift 150 pound people. Or at least I believe that if you're going to lift a 250 pound person, you need to train with that weight. It's like training to hit 150 on bench and only benching 100 pounds. You need to lift heavier to get stronger. One thing I like to do with the sandbags is really work on technique. Like I said before, it's a dead weight. It's awkward, hard as hell to pick up. If you can pick up a 200-pound sandbag and get it over your shoulders and then move 100 feet with it, you're pretty set. So train the technique. You might struggle with all of those exercises, and that is okay. We all start somewhere. If you can't get to those exercises yet, try doing some of these with your current workout routine. So I couldn't really do any of these weights when I started, or I couldn't do any of these exercises when I started. This is what I did to get there. So one thing you can do is lower body endurance, lower body muscular endurance. I like to do moderate to heavy lunges for long distances or light deadlifts for a lot of reps. Usually 20 to 30 rep range, and I try to build up my weights from there. I've noticed that helped me be able to perform these movements more and more and heavier. as compared to doing like 5 rep maxes on deadlift or squat. Those didn't help me nearly as much as training my muscular endurance. So really focus on the lower body muscular endurance. I mean, still focus on upper body as well, but this will help you get there faster. Most people lack lower body muscular endurance already as it is. Another thing you can add is grip training. So a lot of people got shitty forearms, or if they do have strong forearms, well, it's mostly in one forearm. Train to be able to carry shit. If you're trying to move a body, you gotta be able to hold them with your hands. Train your grip. This, I like to train forearms a little bit harder. I will train strength. I will train the endurance aspect of it, carrying weights for distance. I like to do hangs, just because a lot of this already puts a lot of pressure on your back. Train hypertrophy with your grip as well. Bigger forearms, more opportunity to get stronger, more muscle fibers to be used during a heavy lift. Lastly, if you're struggling with keeping the weight up once you have it, dragging it, carrying it over your back, or just the whole motion of moving it up to your back, core training. Not a lot of people do it, or at least not enough. Most people train a few sets of abs and call it a week. A lot of people don't even train their entire core. Your core wraps around your whole body. You need to train it. Your lower back, your obliques, your abdominals, you need to train it all. You can split it up throughout the week. I like to do that. Stronger core means more stability. You can last longer. Really train that lower back. Less likely to be injured if you have a stronger core. So there's so many different core exercises if you consider the entirety of your core. So I'll split it up between 2 weeks usually. 1 week I'll train for reps and sets. Another week I will train timed exercises like planks. I'll do oblique planks. I'll do bridges and stuff like that. I'll do it with weight. Train your core, and it'll help with this. It doesn't matter how prepared you are. It doesn't matter if you don't make mistakes. Your buddy, your family, your loved ones, one of them is bound to make a mistake. You need to be ready for it. Train to get them back up when they're down, and you will succeed way farther than 90% everyone else. As always, train today, survive tomorrow.